Every time I see his degree, I have to.
So if he is fooling so many out of Trap House, $98 perpetrating like listen, if you could read those signs that are up there, I encourage you to screenshot that and read those signs. This guy is fooling so many out of Trap House.
That's right.
I mean,
And
come on,
exactly
man.
what he's doing.
So if he has no office to go to, he gets dressed up for play, right?
Right. I mean, if you look at those law books, those things might be hollow. My books are real back here. Not all law books, but they are real. I don't know if that's a green screen. Every time I see his degree, I have to squint my eyes. I called the bar today, and his license is inactive. I called because, see, I found it online that it was inactive, but then I saw some stuff that said it was active. So, I don't want to say anything about somebody, unlike him, that I don't fully vet, which is why I call the state bar, talked to Ms. Rachel, who's a part of the state bar membership department, and said his license is inactive. And if you go to his website, he's giving divorce advice and charging people for it. So,
and that's illegal, right?
That's every lawyer knows that.
We was late this week because I think there's just so much to unfold in this show that God would have it no other way. It's so much to unfold in this show. I don't even know if we gonna get to all of it, but what I'm saying is God wouldn't have it no other way. I am Corey Holcomb. This is Darlene O.G. Ortiz. And you say, Craig on the way, huh?
Papa Craig? Yeah, Papa Craig.
So listen to me. I gotta get a lot in. I got people who got real jobs who don't be up this late fucking with me tonight. But listen, I want to start out by saying this, everybody. If you're going to go to war with the devil for real, he is powerful. Don't think the devil ain't powerful. Don't think that I haven't said to myself, God, what is this? Well, why is it happening like this? But I always believed that God has a higher plan for me than what the lames got planned out for me. I have never went with the rules the way it's supposed to go, but I have always done things to not prey on the weak. And I believe that's going to pay off for me as we watch how this thing unfolds. 5150, I'm talking about the people that's been with me. This is probably our toughest battle yet against the Backdoria Brigade.
Yeah, I mean, I know exactly what it means because we've all heard about the rumors and the videos. We've seen the videos of Corey Holcomb saying some very, I hate to say it, but some disgusting things about, certain people. And of course, there have been a lot of pedo allegations. Now, bear in mind, Corey Holcomb is a comedian. Sometimes comedians cross the line. Sometimes it's hard for comedians to figure out where the line is. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of people have been going in on him on TikTok, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Insta. They're just straight up saying he's a PDF. He should be arrested. He should be thrown in jail. Take away his YouTube account. I don't want to hear anything from him. So people have no chill when it comes to Corey Holcomb and these crazy allegations. And of course, there's the thing with the lead attorney. I believe he might be talking about that today. And then, of course, the whole beef with Poetic Flacco and O'Shea Duke Jackson, which might be resolved. I'm not entirely sure. But recently, I believe Poetic Flacco dropped a video going in on Corey, pretty much reconfirming what he said prior, which is that Corey is a PDF. So a lot of people have been going in on Corey Holcomb. People have no chill when it comes to this guy. And it's, it's a shame because say what you want, but Corey Holcomb is a bloody pillar when it comes to this ghetto black humor. Now, it's not everyone's cup of tea. You got people like Ryan Davis who takes a more conservative approach. He's a little more intellectual, as Ari Spears always says. There are many comedians who are a little more intellectual. Maybe Dave Chappelle is a intellectual comedian, but on the other side, you do have that ghetto humor, and even me. I'm not like this super ghetto guy, but I can't help but laugh at some of the jokes Corey says. Comedy covers a wide spectrum, guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you'll laugh at an intelligent joke. Sometimes you'll laugh at the most ridiculous ghetto joke.
I'm talking about the people that's been with me. This is probably our toughest battle yet against the Backdoria Brigade. This is probably the toughest battle yet. And when I'm out, when I know that I am out-muscled, I admit it. If I'm out-muscled, I admit it. There was no way possible I can beat TMZ, the mass media giant. There's no way I could beat the mass media giant, TMZ, without help. And I'm glad I got help. But I want to tell you, I want to say this is for my people. This ain't for everybody else. Now, they going to run it and try to chop it and screw it the way they want, or chop it and screw it. But for my people, listen to me. All of these videos that are being put out there about me, that's going to be my money. You want to make me famous? Unfortunately, you're doing evil things and saying lies about me. That's okay. I say, God, this how you want me to get the bag? This how I got to get the bag? Because like I say, my show was always for the people. I never hustled my show. I never made video after video to try and be like, okay, well, I'm going to show you this part of the conversation.
To be honest, he's not telling lies. He's not telling lies. Corey Holcomb is a comedian. This podcast has lasted for 10 plus years. And in the beginning, he wasn't even monetizing. So he wasn't doing it for money. He was doing it simply to get his own message out. So you can't really call Corey Holcomb a grifter. Now, I hate to say it, a lot of YouTubers, especially in the urban comedy market, are grifting. I said it, guys. They're grifted. If you're churning out like 2-3 videos a day, it's a business. And they know it. I know it. We all know it. In many ways, I do the same thing. I'm not really active in the black comedy market. I'll drop a few videos from time to time, but I kind of do a similar thing. I think with me though, I try to keep it level-headed. I try to stay in the middle because these are real human beings we're talking about. When we're talking about real human beings, for me personally, you can't be overly critical because these people have families, they have a livelihood. You don't want to completely destroy their reputation to the point that now they can't even make money. Now they can't go into a comedy club without people pointing the finger and saying, oh, you're bloody PDF. You got to be careful. That's what I'm saying, guys. You got to be careful, especially when you have hundreds and thousands of subscribers. Like, I feel like there's a responsibility that comes with all of that clout. You have so much power, you have so much money. You don't need to go that hard. But on the other hand, when it comes to these serious allegations, I can kind of understand your mentality. Because in your opinion, in your viewpoint, you're trying to protect children. That makes sense. What I will say, and what I feel like a lot of people are missing, Corey Holcomb is the type of comedian. He comes from a different school, man. He's older than me. He's older than quite a few of the YouTubers who are posting clips about him. He comes from a different school where you would say the most outlandish, disparaging thing to trigger someone, to trigger you, to make you shocked. A lot of comedians come from that school of thought, which is, I'm going to say some heinous shit to make you uncomfortable. For a lot of comedians, making you uncomfortable is the primary objective. It's not to make you laugh, it's to make you uncomfortable. And I've watched all kinds of comedians going back to like the 60s, man. I've heard some racist comedians say some heinous shit, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. And I'll be looking around, is why is everyone else laughing? That is comedy. Comedy is walking that line, it's walking that plank, it's pushing people off the bloody plank, guys. Comedy can be very scary. Now, in your opinion, perhaps comedy shouldn't be like that, but for a lot of people, comedy is like that. So just bear that in mind. Let's continue.
Video after video to try and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna show you this part of the conversation. Okay, if you want it again, you got to go back and watch it again, and then you get this part of the conversation. I never chopped it up like that. But I do have to protect myself now because of the lies and the narratives created, put out there against me. I'm proud to say I haven't had any drama with law enforcement, basically, as I've been an adult. When I was young, I had a shoplifting charge. Me and my guys, we thought we could steal, but I realized this ain't finna be my life. So what I'm trying to get at is this, because I'm finna bring my man on. The liars are so in power. The wicked is so in power. This week, somebody lied and they tricked a lot of people into thinking that they didn't lie. The conversation they had, I said, wow, did people really fall for that? This is just a small chunk of what we have found with this guy right here. This is a farce, but can you play that video?
Membership, Rachel speaking.
Yes, Rachel. My name is Attorney Derek D, and I'm an attorney licensed down here in Houston, Texas. And I wanted to refer one of my friends to a divorce attorney in Atlanta, but I wanted to check his membership status first.
Okay, what's the name?
His name is Jameson, Jameson, Corey with a C, and last name Campbell, Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Jameson Campbell is currently on inactive status.
Y'all heard that shit? First of all, most of you motherfuckers didn't even know his motherfucking name, and you believed in this motherfucker. This nigga won your heart.
Wait, hold on. The lead attorney's name is Corey. That's absolutely crazy. So apparently he's not even practicing. He's not even a practicing lawyer. That's insane, because I'm sure most of you guys have seen the videos of the lead attorney basically going in on Corey Holcomb, basically saying that Corey gave him consent to talk about his case and all of this stuff, and that, there was a misunderstanding. But this is seriously hard now. Guys, let's continue.
I didn't even want to bring you in this mess online because it's a war against me. And he found a slick way to jump in this war because YouTube, Derek, is based off popularity, whether it's good or bad. So when he lied and said, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to you, that's when I said he's lying. Then he tried to switch it around like you lied, when the truth is, you never talked to him about my case. Am I right?
Never talked to him about your case. See, the thing is that when he reached out to me, I was a little hesitant because his email, or within his email, signature block, there was no legal name, there was no office address, there was no office phone number, there was no office email. He emailed me from a Gmail account. I mean, I was just a little hesitant to deal with this guy because, I didn't know anything about him. I wanted to vet him. I'm a trial lawyer, right? I've closed out 1,088 cases, 50 appeals. My cases have been in law books as binding authority. So I don't just go on popularity. I want to look into this guy, vet him, and check him out. And I was hesitant from the beginning, but with him being an African American lawyer, I'm seeing he has a big following. I'm like, this guy is legit. But because he lacked so many things, I was very hesitant. But ultimately, after he insulted me on his show, I hired my private investigator who I talked to, and he gave me some information. But I also talked to my good friend Durante Partridge, who's an attorney in Atlanta, who stopped by lead attorney's office, and we have pictures of this, only to find that he operated out of a trap house in Atlanta that
I
has
heard
burglar
about that.
alarms Yeah, it's a trap house, burglar bars on the front door. It's a commercial mail place. I mean, this guy is, I mean, he's had the whole world fooled, right?
So they're trying to call the lead attorney the Great Gatsby. He's a fake guy, fake life, fake name, fake everything. He acts like the big fantastic lawyer on YouTube, but really he's a fake. It's a facade. The Great Gatsby. I really hope the lead attorney has his receipts because otherwise he's about to lose all his subscribers. And he's built up a nice subscriber base. He's built up a nice fan base. You know, he seems to have a lot of fans. People respect what he does. They respect, you know, the work he does. You know, they really believe in what he's saying. And yeah, so I'm a little worried for the guy. I'm a little worried for the guy. Operating from a trap house is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Like he might still be a legitimate lawyer. Maybe he's not active right now. Let's hope he has the degrees and the, you know, the master's degree or whatever you need. You know, I'm pretty sure he has the qualifications, but I'm not sure he's active right now. I'm assuming his main source of income might be YouTube and perhaps a few other endeavors, but it doesn't sound like he's actually really like in the courtroom actually doing the work.
I mean, this guy is, I mean, he's had the whole world fooled, right?
Yeah.
No staff, law trapping. I mean, this
We
guy
got a picture of the
is
place. Did you send them a picture of the place?
this guy's engaging in an unauthorized practice of law, which is illegal. So for him to comment on me, I mean, I was just a little bit taken aback and surprised.
Well, there is no right or wrong in this crooked YouTube game because
Right.
the things that's being said about me, like I said, man, I don't have criminal history like that. I don't have history like none of this stuff that they're saying I'm doing. So I want to welcome you to the cold-blooded fuck shit YouTube game
I see. I see. I mean,
because
this is worse than court.
yeah, it's have-nots
Right.
trying to build position in society because they have no
Mhm.
position in society. My position in society comes from being a stand-up comedian over 30 years. Your position in society comes from actually practicing law and watch
Right.
this, helping people.
Right.
Helping
Right.
people. I know
Right.
who you are, Brother Derek.
Right.
I can't believe
Mhm.
you're around helping me, to be quite honest. I'm glad you're around helping me. And now they got a picture of this. This is a mailbox place where it's supposed to be his office. How much does he charge? How much does he pay a month for this office?
$7.98. No
He got a
joke.
mailbox for $7.98, perpetrating like he's. Listen, if you could read those signs that are up there, I encourage you to screenshot that and read those signs. This guy is fooling so many out of Trap House.
That's right.
I mean,
And
come
it's
on, man.
exactly what he's doing.
So if he has no office to go to, he gets dressed up for play, right?
Right, 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 right. I mean, if you look at those law books, those things might be hollow. My books are real back here. Not all law books, but they are real. I
Right.
don't know if that's
Just like I stated earlier, that the lead attorney really is the Great Gatsby. He is faking. He's pretending. He's not even practicing law anymore. He dresses up before he comes on YouTube. He puts on his suit. He puts on his suit and his tie and his cufflinks, and he sits down. It might be a green screen. It might be a green screen. Shit, I actually have a green screen. Well, yeah, Corey Holcomb seems to be going in on the lead attorney, who is a massive fixture in the black community, in the black online space. The guy is well known. You know, he's very, very respectable. So I hope the lead attorney comes back with his own receipts. Maybe he does have a legitimate premise where he, you know, works out of a legitimate office that he works out of. Maybe that trap house is just a little minor thing. Hopefully, because I don't want to see the lead attorney, you know, get destroyed, you know? I don't want to see him get destroyed. We need some solid black lawyers in the YouTube space. We need some solid intellectual guys in the YouTube space. We need some. You know what I mean? So I hope he's able to come back with the receipts because it seems like Corey Holcomb and his lawyer have completely decimated this guy. They've decimated him. Like, how do you come back from this? This is scary, guys. We're living in very, very scary times. But guys, let me just leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.